Hello, and welcome to another Easy Golf League tutorial. In this video, I will talk about how you can manage your golfers' handicaps for your golf league using Easy Golf. As an admin, hopefully you're already signed up with an account and you have created a league account and you've logged in as an admin. And if you have, this screen should be familiar to you. If you want to turn on the ability for Easy Golf League to manage your golfer handicaps for your league, the place that you would go do that is on the leagues page. You would scroll down to the bottom left and click on league settings, and then you would click on preferences and scroll down. This is where you can turn on or turn off handicap management. So automatically calculate handicaps from past rounds and number of rounds to use. This is how many rounds you want to be used in that calculation. It's really up to you. I know the USGA uses 20 rounds, but I think most commonly for leagues that play, during the summer, they like to keep their rounds tighter, so as to have a truer handicap index number for their golfers. And I see a lot of leagues using 5 or 6 rounds here. And then if you want to drop off the high scores, if you're worried about your golf members sandbagging, if you will, and trying to have bad scores to raise their handicap index, you could put that number here. So if you wanted to use a total number of 6 rounds, but you wanted to drop off the highest round, then you would just say, I only want to use 5 of those 6 rounds, the 5 best rounds from those total 6 rounds. If you don't care about that, then you might just keep these numbers the same. I want to use all 6 of those rounds, or maybe you want to use 10 of 10. Equitable stroke control makes it so that way we don't use more than net double bogey to calculate in your handicap. And I would recommend turning this on if you're going to turn handicap management on. The next place to go manage handicaps is in the golfers section. And this is where you can see all of your golfers and you can see their handicap index. If we don't have any scores posted and you have handicap management turned on, we will make the golfer index 0.0. And so some admins will go click into one of their golfers and they'll go into handicap management and they'll change the handicap index because they have one from the past. And let's say they'll change it to like 12.5. At night, if we don't have any scores posted, we will automatically run the handicap management process. And if we don't have any scores posted for this player, even though you put it at a 12.5, we will overwrite that to a 0.0. So something to keep in mind there. Also, we will tell you the last time that the handicap was updated. And if for any reason, sometimes league admins will want to manually put a course handicap, meaning the strokes that they get on their scorecard. They'll want to put that manually for the golfers for, let's say, the first 2 or 3 rounds because they want them to post 2 or 3 rounds before they allow the software to start managing that automatically. You can do that in the handicap override. So if I go again, click into this player and I click on handicap management in the course override, if I put 12, that's the number that's going to go on the scorecard for every round that player plays until I take it out, regardless of if it's 9 holes or 18 holes. So we'll literally just put this number on the scorecard for every round that player plays until you remove it or change it. For bulk editing purposes, you can click on Edit Handicaps, and you can bulk edit any of these players if you're managing this manually. All right, but let's assume that you do have handicap management turned on. You've checked the box in the league settings like I talked about. We automatically will apply those indexes based on the past rounds. And you can see what rounds we're using to calculate handicap index by going into the golfer profile and clicking on handicap management. And you will see all of the rounds and the differentials for those rounds for those players. Here's an example where the player shot 104, but it was adjusted to 102 because we're using equitable stroke control. And basically what we'll do is we will take the differential for all of the rounds that we're using, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we will average that differential, and that will be the handicap index. All right, then, in fact, actually, let me go look at a different golfer. Let's look at myself, 7.8. Then when you create a round, which you can see how to do in one of the other videos in our YouTube channel, when you create the round and that golfer gets added to the round, if you click on scorecards, you can see what the course handicap will be from that golfer. That golfer will also be able to see what their course handicap is in the mobile app from the registration screen. Now, let's say the round was created and it was set up by default for the green tees, but I actually wanted to change it to the burgundy tees. I can save that, and the system will automatically recalculate the handicap for the burgundy tees. And before I was a 9, it looks like I'm still a 9. If that's the case and it hasn't refreshed, you can go click on edit the tees again, and without changing anything, if you just click save, that should change it. So now from the burgundy tees, my course handicap is a 1. The burgundy tees are a lot closer than the green tees. The other thing that you can do for handicaps is if you manually, let's say it says I'm a 1, for whatever reason you don't want me to be a 1, you can actually go edit the scorecard by clicking on this action icon here, editing the scorecard, and I could just manually change the handicap on the scorecard from a 1 to, let's say I wanted me to be a 3. And then what you would need to do is you would need to lock that scorecard, because if you make a change to the scorecard and you don't lock it, we will automatically refresh that scorecard every night, and so we will overwrite your change if you don't lock it. So it's important, if you make a change on the scorecard, that you lock it and then click save, and then that number will not change because that scorecard's locked. Even if you were to change the tee boxes, that number will not change unless you go back in and manually edit it yourself, or unlock the scorecard. If you unlock it, then we will override it at night. Now, we stop overriding it the night before the round is set to play, and then we will lock the scorecards at that point and not change the handicap. That is the conclusion of this video. If you have any questions about handicap management, please reach out to support@easygolfleague.com.